everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming to our first brand challenge of the festival. Now, I run brand innovation at CoCube, and you may be thinking, now what is that? Hopefully you're not, but just in case you are, I'll tell you a bit about it. There are people out there that think that brands are screwed, right? That thinks that brands are dead because, and frankly, I was at the BBC for 10 years and we came to that conclusion because we felt, do you know what? In our research with Gen Z, they have no loyalty to brands. They don't have loyalty to products. What they have loyalty to is content creators and influencers and actually founders and activists. And they don't feel brands in the way that people did before. And to be fair, we worked on that a lot at the Beeb. And since I've come to CoCubed, we take a very different view, don't we, Mark? We think that there is a lot of hope and a lot of opportunity for brands. And we think brands are wonderful things that if they just reinvent themselves, reposition themselves, engage new audiences, go into new business models, find new routes to market, they will survive and thrive. And we passionately believe that. And me and Mark spend every day doing that for a load of wonderful businesses. And we've distilled down what we do day in, day out into this brand challenge, which is like a kind of microcosm of the fun that we have every day. And I hope that makes sense. But if it doesn't, this might tell you a bit more. So I hope you like the thumping bass line. That wasn't AI, by the way. So without further ado, I'm going to invite up Lauren from Colgate to the stage. And I want to see your best smiles for Lauren. Big smiles for Lauren. Thank you.
Just working?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello. So,
Hello.
Lauren, tell me about what you do at Colgate.
Cool. So, spoiler alert, I've got a really long title. So, I'm the Northern Europe Digital Engagement Lead at Colgate Palmolive, which basically means I lead the social PR and influencer strategies across our Northern Europe teams.
Gosh, amazing. That sounds very, very clever. And you have set a very exciting challenge for our startups today. Do you want to tell us about the challenge?
Sure. So I imagine many other brand people here have a very similar challenge, but we now live in a world linked to your point around cluttered, disconnected messages, and actually what we're seeing is Gen Z audience are acting quite a lot differently to the majority of our audience. So what we're trying to find is a way that we can really cut through our messages to ensure that we are showing that our products are superior, do actually work, whilst making sure that we're creating content that is relevant for that new and upcoming buyer. So that is our challenge, and I hope everyone's excited, and I'm really excited to hear what you've all got to offer.
Exciting. And I know you've been working with our very good friend Sarah from Wavemaker. Give us a wave, Sarah, on this as well. It's like blankety blank. But before the startups come on, can you tell us a bit about what are you looking for? What will really stand out for you in the pitches coming up?
So I think the thing that would really stand out for me is how we can accelerate what we're doing on social through content creation, right? How can we scale what we're doing at a much bigger pace to be able to make sure that we're continuing to cut through where we can based on how much content there is out there on social. So that's the key thing I'm looking for.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lauren. I'm going to ask you to sit down and put your judging hat on with your lovely colleagues. And I'm going to invite our first startup up to the stage, Tom from Gifter, who's found a really cool way to connect brands and influencers. Take us away.
Good afternoon, good morning after everybody. I'm Tom, I'm one of the co-founders at Gifter. We wanted to make sure we found the best solution for Colgate moving forward and make sure they reclaim what they need with Gen Z. The market currently makes up 20% of the population, is worth nearly £70 billion. The spending power is huge, and we know that we have a fantastic opportunity for Colgate to cut through. Gen Z have lost trust in traditional advertising methods as well as large influencer collaborations. They want to hear from the real people, the real curators, and the people they trust the closest. They're tired of gimmicks, and we know that we have the perfect solution on board to make sure we cut through to beat the competition in market. I want to introduce you Gifter. We're an influencer gifting agency that utilizes the power of micro and nano influencers to cut through to audiences in a completely new way without brand control. We have a simple model at Gifter. If you love it, you share it. If you don't love it, you tell us why you don't like it. So there's always an opportunity to feedback. This drives advocacy at scale. This builds trust with audiences, and it allows us to build an unbelievable amount of UGC that the brand can use at scale moving forward. The strategy that we put together would enable us to put hundreds of influencers together on a plan. We'd build custom boxes, where I've got an example for you here, with enabling the influencers to raise awareness and try out the product for 3 days, a week, up to a month if they really need to, enabling them to take their audience on a journey and show them how they interacted with the product as well. We take care of everything from the influencer selection to the personalization of the boxes that go out to each and every influencer, to making sure each box is personalized to them. And that unboxing is very special, to make sure that Colgate wins them over as soon as they unbox that special box on the day. And we make sure that tracking, reporting, and content across Instagram and TikTok is collected, so it enables the brand to utilize it across all of their channels as well. It's really important to allow everybody to understand that the best performance we're seeing is with influencers between 1,000 to 5,000 in following. These people, these content creators, usually have just 1 degree of separation. They're highly targeted, they're highly trusted, and they're fantastic audiences to enable Colgate to cut through and gain trust with their audience. Now, we don't just stop there. What we want to do is we want to scale this further, is what we do with Unilever and Dove and Kellogg's. We want to move from 200 influencers to 500 to 1,000, up to 5,000 in a single year, generating tens of thousands of pieces of content, enabling us to drive scale, helping to shift the perception, increase brand awareness, and drive higher engagements for Colgate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay up here, Tom. Lauren, do you want to pop up? Have you got any thoughts or questions
So thank
for
you.
Gifter?
Firstly,
And you have
I did spot the box.
a bit of a gift.
I did spot that. I was like, that's nice. Thank you, firstly, for putting the proposal together. I think it's super exciting, and I think it's a way that we can make sure that we can create authentic content. I think my overall question would be, how do you go around making sure that we're sending products to the right audience that we're after?
Yeah, it's a really good question. We have it all the time. So we have around 20,000 influencers on the database in the UK already. They're all categorized out. So for Colgate specifically, we have data on age groups. We have analysis on who they are, where they are in the country, their likes, their dislikes, their category of influencer, if they're sports influencers, if they're foodies, if they're at university. We can drill down to those specifics and then invite them to the campaign. And then they have to show interest in the campaign before we send the product to them. It's the data that we collect that enables us to personalize the boxes further. We do not send boxes to influencers that have not shown interest in the brand, because that's the problem we've seen at the moment. So many brands send influencers gifts that they've not even signed up to. And what we want to make sure is that first initial interaction is that they are interested in receiving your product in the first place.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. Don't forget your gift. So next up is Audio Stack, who are a pioneering audio production service. Come on up.
Cheers. I'm Sam. I'm creative director at Audio Stack, and I've done a 3-minute video so I can talk over the top of it, which means I can't then over talk, hopefully. So we'll see.
Audio Stack.
So yeah, Audio Stack, we're the leading enterprise AI audio solution, which is basically bringing together content creation, synthetic voice generation, production, so bringing voice together with music and sound effects, and then delivery, so delivering whatever content you need. And everything with AI audio is about this idea of the production paradox. It used to be you picked 2 of these and you couldn't have all 3. AI allows all 3, time, cost, and scope. And scope, because humans, the things that drive attention and memory are contextual relevance and personal resonance.
You look like a lady who knows how her upper funnel social acceleration CTAs, PPCs, and CTRs affect her CROs from SEO and LOLs.
So we thought it'd be fun to use synthetic voice to drive contextual relevance. And particularly on socials, I got really blown away by this polite cat.
Damn, dog! You look like you go to the gym 8 times a week. Damn, boy. You look like you know how to write cursive.
Yes, I do.
I love you.
So we thought it'd be fun to take that idea of polite catcalling and put it into audio messages. And we thought, well, let's make it contextual relevant. So we've had the Euros this week.
Yeah, boy, with that broad smile, you look like you never doubted a Bellingham worldie would save England.
Colgate Max White Ultimate, reminding you why smiling, brushing and progressing at the Euros are the best of habits.
So all of these voices are synthetic voices, but also we've got an election on Thursday, believe it or not.
Damn, girl, you look like you know gerrymandering is electoral manipulation and definitely not that geek you turned down as a prom date.
Colgate Max White Ultimate, reminding you why smiling, brushing and using your democratic right to vote are the best of habits.
And also, like hundreds of thousands of other, my son's got his A-level results coming up later in the summer as well.
Oh, yes, girl, you look like you know your percentages, particularly which part of the work hard, play hard, 50-50 split you excel at.
Colgate Max White Ultimate, reminding you why smiling and brushing are the best of habits. Good luck with A-level results today.
And all of these examples are generated in seconds, basically, but we thought we'd do one for the audience here, for you, so this is your shout-out.
Damn, Madfest. With those confident smiles, you look like you always pay full attention and action everything Rory Sutherland says.
Colgate Max White Ultimate, reminding you why smiling, brushing and the behavioural science of nudging are the best of habits.
So there you go.
Thank you. I never thought I'd see gerrymandering and Colgate in the same sentence. Lauren, coming up. Any thoughts on that? I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
I mean, that was quite something. The jingle at Colgate always gets me, so I love that you included that as well. Thank you again for your proposal as well. I guess my question would be around how do you come up with those moments to go after and make sure that they are relevant for the brand? Is that done through kind of human intervention, or are we talking kind of AI to do that?
Combination of the two. It's not one thing or the other. You can have AI that can help accelerate it, but it's humans that come up with the initial ideas. But to me, it's a combination of the two. That you can use AI to look at a calendar, looking ahead, and it can prompt you for certain events that are happening in certain locations with certain target audiences. But then it's a human being that then comes up with the strap lines, the ideas. But then you can, and I mean, we used AI to generate lots of different lines. Most of them weren't that good, but some of them we developed ourselves and then turned them into those.
Great.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and best of luck with your child's A-levels. Now, next up, Sophos, who are really pioneering data-driven data sampling. Tell us more.
Thank you. Well, we think that product sampling is the name of the game. In the brief that you shared with us, there was one line that stood out, which is this one, that Colgate deeply whitens for 10 times whiter teeth. It's clear that the product works, that there's incredible efficacy, and with that in mind, we don't think that capturing eyeballs is enough. We want to help you create smiles. And that's where Sophos comes in. We have built a platform that helps many leading brands across beauty, wellness, healthcare and pharmaceuticals run extremely powerful and effective sampling experiences through almost any online channel in a way that prioritizes relevance, data and insight. It's all based on a fundamental belief that when done well, product trial is incredibly effective. And when Gen Z today is in the Uni Days app or on TikTok or on Instagram, we wanted to build a solution that would allow you to deliver physical trial experiences in the environment that they're in. Now, one of the magical things about SoPost is that it's really a 4-in-1 solution. We're not just here to help you create content in the form of ratings and reviews that are shared across retail sites, not just content that sample recipients are sharing across their social channels. There are 4 really powerful things that we can help you achieve here. Firstly, it's all about helping you get the right product sample into the right person's hands to ensure that the impact of your spend is really as high as possible. You know, it's not just about getting that EMV, it's really about driving that sales afterwards. We're supporting a ton of brands with their data strategies. You know, again, it's great to get in front of consumers, but we can help you capture the names, the email addresses, other enriched data points for Gen Z consumers across the UK. We're also supporting many of our partners more broadly with brand awareness. So if you are looking to generate that virality, we have solutions that allow people to gift samples to their friends or integrate into incredibly gamified solutions, whether that could even be through a partner like Gifter or Aircards, who I know you're going to hear from later. Now, our platform itself offers a truly end-to-end solution. It's Colgate branded from start to finish. We allow you to integrate directly into your own comms plan, so that might be a media buy you're doing on TikTok. It might be through a SoPost audience, for example, 6 million students on Uni Days, or the Marie Claire UK audience. From there, we handle absolutely everything. The entire experience that the consumer goes through online, some pretty clever stuff on the data side to ensure that samples are going to the right people rather than people who just want free stuff. All the distribution is taken care of by us as well. We're really proud to say that we have achieved EcoVadis Gold certification, which puts us in the 95th percentile of companies globally for sustainability. And then post-trial, there's a lot of work that we can do to help you collect that all-important content. Now, that could be ratings and reviews, which we feed directly to your partner retailers. It could also be encouraging consumers to share their experience across their social channels. Now, our platform really does allow you to integrate sampling absolutely anywhere. A lot of our brand partners are plugging us directly into their media buys on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. We also have a number of exclusive partnerships here in the UK. With Uni Days, for example, you can activate their audience directly through us, which would allow you to get your products into the hands of almost 6 million students here in the UK. So essentially, if you're looking to get your product into the right people's hands, if you're looking to create amazing smiles, but also capture high-quality data and generate a ton of engaging content, I hope you'll see that SoPost could be a magical solution for you. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Lauren, what do we think about that? Very sort of data heavy.
Yeah, I love data, so that's good. Thank you for pitching that as well. I've done so many good things, so it's hard to say thank you to every single person. I guess my question would be around, you know, what this challenge is around is social kind of talkability, right? So what kind of percentage would you see people are creating social content that is social first versus kind of just doing that review type content?
That's a very good question, and the answer is it can vary a lot. For something like this, where we know that generating that content is your goal, you know, through the partnerships that we have and a lot of the encouragement within the journey, I'd be really confident that, you know, you'd be getting upwards of 30% of people coming through and providing that content. But I think one of the big things where this differs to perhaps more traditional influencer experiences, you know, you're really tapping into people's direct networks here. It's not me looking at some influencer content and thinking, oh, that's nice. It's, oh, my friend Toby or Alice, you know, has had an amazing experience, and they're sharing it through from there. So we can help you get that content at scale, but it's really in amongst people's networks rather than others who they might be following.
Cool. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How's everyone doing? Are we still okay? We still good? Give me smiles, everybody. All righty. So next up, I like your smile. Next up, we've got Aircards, who are really pushing the boundaries of mixed reality on the web. Tell us what you can do for Colgate.
I really hope I won't be the first person that won't get a thank you. But hello, everyone. Really excited to be here. My name is Marek. I'm head of global partnership at Aircards. And as I said, super excited to be at this brand challenge. And also, sorry, I am very overexcitable person. So if it's too much, I can see faces that what is happening. Just calm me down. But enough about me. Let me talk about Aircards. At Aircards, we are a production studio that specializes in delivering immersive, interactive, impactful experiences, leveraging technologies like augmented reality, spatial computing, and artificial intelligence. And we believe we have something special for Colgate. So looking at your challenge, we basically looked at the three main pillars. The first one was social acceleration, then Gen Z focus, and superior product, and translating it to your audiences. And of course, there's technology answer to it. However, we wanted to create something that resonates emotionally with your audience as well. So we started asking ourselves a question, what makes us smile? And you know, with immersive experiences especially, it's really easy to just almost distort the reality, create a social filter that is fake and just slap it on people's faces. But this is not what we want to achieve. We basically want to focus on what makes people smile and position Colgate at the heart of this confidence that is brought by sharing your smile with the world. So our idea is called AI Smile Machine, and it's all about creating a cinematic story behind your smile. What we will do, really simply, it asks people what makes you smile. And that can be, for example, going for a run, morning run by the beach. It can be traveling, or for me, it can be the fact that Euros are almost finished, thank God. But that's just me. But basically, this question will serve as a background to the story that we're about to tell. But the story is nothing without a hero, and hero is you. So we'll always ask people to share their selfies and photos to be integrated within the experience that at the end will create a beautiful cinematic piece of content generated by AI that is shareable and that allows people to celebrate basically their smiles, but also the way that Colgate can help them with it. We believe that a smile that tells a story is a smile worth sharing. It took me so much time to remember this. But there's 4 key elements to maximize the success. First of all is focus on innovation, so using cutting-edge technology. Also, how easy it is to integrate within your brand touchpoints and basically target audiences where you know they are. It's also shareable, which we hope will help with the social acceleration, and it can be shoppable or focus on collecting first-party data because we do want to help you with driving business results. And we will be building on our expertise working with brands like Garnier, Durex, Axe, and many others that we created AI-powered, shoppable, immersive experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Marek. Lauren, do you want to pop us up? I don't know about you, but I think your decision is getting really, really hard here as to who's going to be the winner.
I know.
What do you think?
I'm also really energetic, so I love the energy. And I will say thank you to you. I'm going to continue to say thank you to everyone. So again, thank you for the presentation. The question I have, and it might just be me having quite a simple mind. Yeah. So would people then take the photos and then it would be built into a video, and that video would then be the one that you put out to your audience based on the targeting that you want to go after?
Exactly. So basically it will be using the inspiration of their input to generate the video and then inputting them into this as well. We recently celebrated Pride with Garnier in Bangkok, and basically in this case we ask people to upload their selfies and then just share positive words about themselves, just kind of something that it's not negative, like when you at LGBTQ plus community. And then these were basically moderated and then displayed on, in this case, digital out of home. But we're using basically the inputs as an inspiration and then using AI to create the piece of content to be then shared, but with a personal touch.
Great.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question, actually? Are you platform agnostic, so you can, and you're not optimized for one particular TikTok or Insta?
As a production company, we deliver a piece of content and then you can basically integrate it with whatever basically works for you. And that's why we work with media agencies, creative digital agencies, for their clients to deliver that content.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. Right, thank you. We are now on to our very last startup. What a whirlwind tour this has been. We now have Adludio coming on up, who are really got an amazing AI platform for kind of optimizing digital ad campaigns.
Yeah, I'll take that as an intro. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around, guys. So we took on the challenge. I'm Chris Allen, CEO of Adludio. We have done tens of thousands of campaigns, digital campaigns executed over the last 8-9 years as a business. And what we've done over the last couple of years is we've taken all that intelligence about what works, why it works, some of the aspects of creativity, some of the aspects about how we execute. And we've started to build that into a platform, an AI platform called Lorenzo. Lorenzo is our best friend. Lorenzo is our wingman. Lorenzo helps us through our creative journey and is able to take on board the brief at the front end, capture things like brand guidelines, and then use the intelligence about what it's learned to create a campaign alongside our creative team that can help to execute and achieve the brief. So, moving on, if I can click, we had the same brief as everybody else. I won't bore you with that. But what I will say is that when we put the brief into Lorenzo, it came up with 3 aspects which are really important. The first one is that Gen Z have a lot of fatigue on negativity. We wanted to make sure that we created a very positive campaign and a positive experience for users through this journey. The other thing is that they tend to want to hear from each other more than from experts or from brands directly. There's even becoming some fatigue in and around the influencer community as well because they're not seen as trusted. They want to hear from real people. So one of the elements of this is we wanted to add sparkle to real people on this journey. We were able to pull on lots of insights from historical campaigns we've done with beauty products in the past. We have a good understanding of the types of content they interact with, the types of engagements that we're looking for, and how likely they are to click on different types of things within an advertising campaign. But most of all, they're looking for positivity in a campaign. Through these things, we can expect very high engagement rates. Everything we do at Adludio is focused on optimizing the engagement experience. We don't just want to show somebody an ad. We want to create an engagement. We want people to interact with it. And then we want people to engage with the brand as a result of that. So a little bit of the formatting has got skewed here. Apologies. But we've created a campaign called Brighten Somebody's Day. We want to engage with the audience. We want to capture them. We want them to share the content back, and we want to reward people for taking part in that journey. And this is the creative that we came up with. So what we see is the ad is shown, and someone can interact with that on their mobile device. Emma here has got that, and she's able to say, okay, show me the sparkle. Show me the power of Colgate on me. Then I can take that image, or Emma can take that image. She can share that to her friends. She can share that to her social media environment. And as a result of the share, she can then claim a gift, which might play into one of the other colleagues that presented earlier on here. Can be a trial, etc. But what we do here is we create an engaging campaign. We're able to create a positive experience for somebody, show the sparkle that Colgate can bring, and then have that amplified, not by a few influencers, but by everybody that touches that campaign. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. God, I love that. Lauren, what are your thoughts?
That doesn't surprise, so thank you, first of all. I really enjoyed that pitch. I guess my question would be around what's the type of shareability that you've seen through previous campaigns, if you're allowed to share that, in terms of have you got a good shareable uptake? Are people actually sharing the content, and is it creating word of mouth?
Yeah, I mean, we see massive uptake, especially if there is a reward attached as well. But we can see anything up to 30% on a really good campaign in terms of how they're sharing that content back out again. And then when other people see it, guess what? They do it as well, and then they share it, and you get a very large amplification off of what is a very simple initial campaign in and around this. You could then follow this up with a secondary campaign, which goes to amplify the messages that your customers are putting out there about your brand.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Gosh, so we've seen all our 5 startups. Can I just have a show of hands? Has someone seen something here that is new or exciting or they haven't seen before? Oh, that's pretty good. I like it. We're keeping to the innovation brief. I'm going to give Lauren and her stellar team a few minutes to make their decision on who they're going to crown the winner of the brand challenge. And what that will mean is Lauren and whoever she chooses will go off into the sunset together and hopefully, fingers crossed, do a pilot in line with what you saw. So, you know, stakes are pretty high. I'm just going to remind you again about what Mark said at the beginning. Oh. No, not. Which is, if you want to go to Paris, I know we're in London and it's lovely and, you know, London in the summer is brilliant, but please, please come and meet more of our startups in the House of Innovation next door. Here are just 5, but we've got 30 all doing amazing, pioneering, innovative things that I think, you know, could really transform your business. So please come, chat. Don't just, you know, you can come to these events and wander around aimlessly, or you can have a really, really fruitful conversation with someone who is pushing boundaries in your area. So please come and chat. And to remind you again, I'm Serena Martin. I'm from CoCubed. If you want to do a brand challenge like this next year, if you're a brand owner or you represent a brand that you think, oh, this is just the thing for us next year, you've seen what Colgate have done, please come and talk to me. If you have a broader challenge that we can help you with to take your business into the future, please come and talk to me. But I think, Lauren's made a decision. Do you want to come on up and tell us your winner?
Sure. So final thank you to everyone. I think, to be honest, like every one of you could answer a lot of Colgate's business challenges. So even if you aren't a winner, like we'll definitely still be in touch, and I'll make sure that your pictures are shared across not only the digital team, but also the rest of Colgate. But I think the brand team and my digital team have come to the decision that we would love to work with Gifter, and you are our winner.
Come on up, Gifter. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's fantastic. I've done this 2 years and I've never won before, so it's lovely.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
For to us.
Can we have a photo?
Yeah.
Of course.
Round of applause for Gifter and Colgate.
We'll take a photo.
Yeah.
Hold it there. Here we go. Come in, Serena. Well done, Tom. Excellent.
Thank you so much, everyone, and huge congratulations to all the startups, and thank you again to Lauren from Colgate. Thank you to all of you. I think it's lunchtime, so if I hear some rumbling tums, please go and get lunch. Otherwise, we're back here at 3:20 for another brilliant brand challenge from Boots. So we'll see you all then. Thank you very much.